Good morning, everybody. Good morning, all students. So, today we are going to see the problems related to northwest corner rule. Yesterday, I had explained about the initial basic feasible solution. So, the initial basic feasible solution has been subdivided into 5 types. Those are northwest corner rule, row minima method, column minima method, least cost method, and Vogel's approximation method. So we will start with one by one. The first one will be northwest corner rule. So this is basically the pattern of the particular transportation problem which has been done using northwest corner rule. So if you just can see the table, yesterday I had showed you the format of a transportation problem. So this is how the problem goes on. So I'll just explain the problem once. Supply centers. There are 3 supply centers, X, Y and Z. What are the supply centers? From these supply centers, the raw materials or finished goods, anything it might be, from these supply centers X, Y, Z, the goods or the raw materials or the finished goods are being supplied to distribution A center, distribution B center, distribution C center and distribution D center. So this is where the XYZ has to supply the raw materials or finished goods to A, B, C and D. So the next one is availability. So availability, you can see certain units here. So what is this availability? Availability of the finished goods or raw materials. So how many units supply center X has? It is 2500. Y has 3000. Z has 4000. So this is availability in the factory outlet of XYZ or in the supply centers of XYZ. These are the units which is available respectively with those centers. And the next one is, and it has been divided in denoted by M. So the next one is demand requirements or demand supply. It can be denoted by N. So what is this demand requirement? Distribution A center are into demand or are into requirement of 2000 units. I repeat, distribution A center, they are into requirement of 2000 units. B are into requirement of 2250 units. C are into requirement of 2750 units. D are in requirement of 2500 units. So the N and M, if you do the total of M and if you do the total of N, it must match this particular number which comes in the complete right hand side of yours. So if you add all the N and if you add all the M, it must match. So let's start with the allocations now. We must start allocating or we must start satisfying both the rows and columns. So initially, as it is, I have said it is a northwest corner rule. We must start allocating the demand or we must start satisfying the demand and supply with the northwest corner rule, that is the cell 1, the first cell or left hand cell. So the demand is 2000, the availability is 2500. So the least we have to put up, that is 2000 we will allocate here and we will cross off both the things. So a requirement of distribution A center is satisfied. So after finishing the first column and after satisfying the distribution A center, we must move to the B one. So at the B, we must again start with the northwest or the left hand cell. So here the requirement is 2250, but here in the availability center we have only satisfied 2000, remaining 500 is left, so we need to allocate 500. So the next two cells or the next two cells are crossed. Why? Because 2000 plus 500, so the availability of X center is vanished or it is satisfied 2500, and here you can see it is 2000. Still we are left with 2250 minus 500, it will be almost 1750. So we will allocate it to the next cell. 1750 plus 500, it will be 2250. So let's cross this. So we will start with the next cell, that is left hand again. So already there has been allocation 1750. Our availability is 3000. 1750 minus 3000 will be 1250. So we will cross this up. Okay. So next, after allocation, we must start with the next cell. Why? Because here it is 2750 minus 1250. It will be 1500. 1250 plus 1500, it will be 2750. 1750 plus 1250, it will be 3000. We are going to cross up. 1250 plus 1500, it will be 2750. So after the left one is here only 1500, because 1500 is we have allocated. We are left with 4000. 4000 minus 1500, it will be 2.5. 2500. 4000, 2500. So the next, after allocating all the cells or after satisfying the availability and demand, the next is something like m plus n minus 1 is equals to number of allocations. Number of allocations. M means rows. N means columns. So how it goes? M rows. How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 rows. N is columns. How many columns are there? Don't consider supply centers and don't consider availability. You have to just consider distribution centers. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 columns. Minus 1 is equal to number of allocations. Allocations are how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To which all cell you have allocated units? Those are 6. So 6. 3 plus 4, it is 7 minus 1 equals to 6. 6 equals to 6. Always m plus n minus 1 equals to number of allocations. You have to do this and then only it will be correct. So after this we have to go for computation of initial transportation cost. So how it goes? We have to calculate for X center, Y center and Z center. For X center, there are 2 allocations, A and B. A and B. For Y center, that is B and C. B and C. For Z, it is C and D. For A, it is 2000 into 11. 2000 into 11. For B, it is 500 into 13. For Y, for B, it is 1750 into 18. For C, it is 1250 into 14. For Z, it is 1500 into 30. For D, it is 2500 into 10. So if we just calculate all these values, it will be so I'm just giving you the direct values. So it will be rupees 1,47,500 is the total cost. Total cost equals to rupees 1,47,500. So this is the format, or this is how we are going to solve the transportation problem in northwest corner rule, or by using the northwest corner rule, this is the procedure to solve this particular problem. I hope you have understood. If you are carrying any doubt, please let me know back. Thank you all.